Hi everybody, welcome back to Storytime with Grandma Kate, and we're going to continue reading Junie B. Jones' Toothless Wonder. This is chapter 4 called Freako. Now in chapter 3, remember Junie B. just lost her tooth. And do you remember what she was most afraid of? Well, she was afraid of a few things. I think she was afraid of the tooth fairy because she said that was a whole other can of worms, which means a whole other problem. But I think she was mostly afraid of looking like Uncle Lou. That's right. So I think she's going to freak out a little bit about it. Let's find out together. Okay, so it starts like this. I ran and ran all over the house. Oh no, I shouted. Oh no, my Grandpa Frank Miller knocked my tooth out. My Grandpa Frank Miller knocked my tooth out. Grandpa ran after me. No, I didn't. Of course I didn't, Junie B, he said. Your tooth came out when you bit down on my finger. I kept running and shouting. I look like Uncle Lou. I look like Uncle Lou. Help, help, help. I look like Uncle Lou. I zoomed to the front door and opened it wide. 911! 911! My tooth's knocked out. My tooth's knocked out. Grandpa quick picked me up and carried me back inside. There's a picture of her yelling and screaming. Do you call 911 when your tooth gets knocked out? No, that's silly. But she's freaking out, like I said. She's being a freako. Then he took me to the bathroom and he gave me a paper cup with water. Rinse and spit, he said. I did what he said. Only that's when the worstest thing of all happened, because my spit water turned pink. And I did a gasp at that sight. Blood, blood, there's blood in my spit, I hollered some more. Grandpa Miller covered his ears. Please, Junie B, please, just stop screeching. After that, he took an aspirin. Plus also, he ate 2 Tums. I kept on rinsing and spitting, and then finally my spit water turned regular. Phew, I said, that was a close one. I was almost out of blood. Grandpa bent down next to me and smiled. Well, let's have a look, he said. I opened my mouth for him. He looked in and did a chuckle. Then he lifted me up to the mirror so I could see too. I quick closed my mouth again, because I was nervous to see myself, of course. My tongue felt my tooth hole. It felt very roomy in there. Well, said Grandpa Miller, aren't you going to look, honey? It looks cute, Junie B, it really does. My heart pounded and pounded. Then, fast as a wink, I opened my lips and I did a little peek at my mouth. I quick closed my eyes again, because what do you know? A freako. Put me down, Grandpa, I said. Put me down right now. I don't want to look at myself again. I don't. Grandpa Miller put me down. Just then, my nose started to sniffle very much, and my eyes got tears in them. I hate me, I said. I hate the way I look. Grandpa blew my nose on toilet paper. I'm never going to look at myself again, I said. Not ever, ever, never, and I mean it. Grandpa bent down next to me again. I want you to listen to me, little girl, he said. I would never lie to you, Junie B. You look every bit as cute without your tooth as you did with it. He gave me a hug. Your new smile is wonderful, he said. You didn't even give it a chance, honey. You really need to look at it again. Honestly, you do. He ruffled my hair. Do it for me, okay? Just give yourself one more chance. I rocked back and forth on my feet very slow because I needed to think this over. That's why. Finally, I did a big breath. Oh, okay, Grandpa, I said. If you really want to lift me up there again, I guess I will let you. But I'm only doing this to be nice. Grandpa Miller patted my head. You're very kind, he said. After that, he lifted me back up to the mirror. Very slow, I opened my mouth again, and I peeked at my new tooth hole. Try smiling, said my grandpa. You'll love your new smile. I know you will. I did a nervous breath. Then I smiled at myself, kind of shy. See, said Grandpa Miller, see how cute it looks? I didn't answer him. Instead, I made another face at myself, and then another one, and another one. And pretty soon I tried every face in the book. There she is, making faces in the mirror. I know what that feels like when you look in the mirror and your teeth don't look right. And you don't want to look because you're afraid of how it'll make you feel. When I was little, I had to have a lot of teeth pulled all at once. And I was embarrassed because I had holes in my mouth. So I know how Junie B feels. But I think she might feel better after making all those faces. Finally, Grandpa winked at me. So what do you think, little girl? He said. How do you think you look? I smiled, kind of shy again. I think I look fascinating, Frank, I said. Grandpa Miller put me back on the floor, and then he went to the kitchen, and he got a stool, and he brought it back to the bathroom, and he helped me up to the top step. I stared at myself until Mother came home. She was fascinated by her tooth. So tomorrow we're going to read chapter 5 called The Fairy. Do you know what that's about? Yeah, the tooth fairy. Yep. Do you have a tooth fairy come to your house when you lose teeth? When I lost all those teeth, or when I had all those teeth pulled all at once, I put them all under my pillow, and the tooth fairy came. I think I cleaned her bank account out with all those teeth I lost. But anyway, all righty. Until I see you next time, have a great day, everybody, and I'll see you at our next story time. Bye-bye.